Hello, my name is Matt. Welcome to Unbearable 73. So now it's time to review Outer Range Episode 2. As I did with Yakima's S245, I'll be doing a light spoiler review for the current episode, and in the episode that follows, I'll open with heavy spoilers for the previous episode. Okay. First episode, the first episode of the season contains detailed background information for the show, and I'll conclude a full spoiler summary review for the whole season. Uh, Also, I'll go into details on production elements only for the first episode, and then make specific comments if there's something about production that stands out. Okay. So you've all seen the episode, so I can make some specific comments. As I thought that there might be as I mentioned, I thought there might be too many subplots. Specifically, I think the murder subplot might be one too many. I think they're trying to make this where there are no really good people here, just some dark, ambiguous survivors as your protagonist. This is a classic setup for a grimdark setting. You have to remember that ending where the void was revealed to be either another world or a timeline, layered on by its nature a metric crap ton of additional subplots. I don't know, and it may be speculation, but I wouldn't be surprised if Dead Tillerson comes back somehow. Whereas the first episode establishes a lot of subplots, this one concentrates on moving certain of those forward. And this is a bit of a critique. I'm not 100% sure that Royal deciding to toss the murdered Tillerson's body into the void is rationally justified by the events of the episode. He has a gigantic amount of land, and if he just buries the body 6 feet deep in an unmarked grave up in the hills, no one's ever going to find it. They sort of hint that Royal is linked in a compelling way to the void, but not enough to justify his seemingly overwhelming urge to dump the body in there. I will say, though, that the body sinking away in the Brownian motion is a very, very cool effect. Okay. So, no real changes to production to comment. I already mentioned the cool body sinking Brownian motion special effect. So far that's the highlight special effect of the two episodes. Okay. So for this episode and the plot, this episode it concentrates down on several particular subplots, as I mentioned. Which might be how the showrunners are going to juggle this. So each episode deals with some of the subplots, and then sets them in motion so they'll process in the background. The next episode deals with some different ones, and when we return to the ones from the previous episode, they'll have moved along, like, say, a court case might have progressed in the background, and you have an update on it or something like that. I don't know. But that could be the way they're going to do it. Now, Cecilia, who is Royal's wife, she finds out in this episode that her husband has not told her about the threat to their land from the Tillersons. I think this is setting up Royal as having a character flaw of wanting to take too much on and sometimes be overly protective. We also meet Wayne Tillerson, who is played by Will Patton. It's established that the Tillerson patriarch is a real piece of work. I'll have more on that later. And if they really are keeping she's in the grimdark area, making Wayne into a total scumbag is needed. There's not so much a spoiler here, but they are slow building the mystery of the void sinkhole. Some people know something about it, and it was some of those people, like Wayne, seem to be expecting something like that to happen. Again, which relates to Tillerson wanting that stretch of land. And then, not a lot to say about this episode other than I enjoyed it. It was much better pacing than the first episode. Again, they didn't have all those subplots they were plowing through. Josh Brolin, he does a good job portraying a guy who had a mysterious experience, and also he was in a dark place to begin with his daughter-in-law missing, then his son being depressed, then so goes and murders someone. He did a good job on the acting, but he didn't have a standout moment yet, and it's a bit of a spoiler. Okay, so as I said, I like this one better than the last one. I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. Comment down below if you have any questions for me about this video. Please share your thoughts. Share this video if you enjoyed it. Like if you like. Dislike if you dislike. Subscribe if you want to hear more from me. My name is Matt. This has been Unreal 73. Have a nice day. And I am out of here.